Joining us tonight to talk about the plan to ban pogos outright, we have with us on the line ACT Teachers Party List Representative Congresswoman Franz Castro. Congresswoman Castro, good evening. Thanks for making time out for us.
Good evening. Greetings also to your viewers and listeners.
Let me try that again. You're coming across a little bit choppy. Congressman Castro, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, fantastic. Let's start with the HB 10525, the House Bill 10525, which you've just filed, seeking to revoke all licenses for online gaming, offshore gaming operations in the Philippines. Can you tell us more about it? What exactly are you looking to ban? Is it all gaming operations in the Philippines or just offshore gaming operations?
Yes, so our bill is on banning POGO, all offshore gaming operators and the like. So, yes, so it is the POGO and also criminalizing their operations. So that is House Bill number 10525.
And how is this different, Congresswoman Castro, from House Bill 5082 and House Bill 1197, which have been already filed in Congress by your colleagues? May pagkakaiba pa po ba ito? Can you talk us through any differences, if so?
Well, hindi ko masyadong nakita yung previous two bills banning also the POGO, but the essence is the same. I think doon sa dalawa, wala yata siyang mga penalty provisions. So meron tayong penalty provisions doon sa mga corporations or company operating POGO and to those officials of the government or employees that will support this the operations of POGO.
Congresswoman Castro, blanket ban po ba ang solusyon dito? Or is it possible to take a look at the processes of which these businesses are supervised? Because we do agree, for example, that they can be breeding areas for crimes to happen, given na hindi po natin alam yung nangyayari sa loob ng mga compound, malalaking building, malalaking meron po bang paraan na we can change the processes instead of a blanket ban?
Well, sa loob ng ilang taon ba yan? So from 2018 up to this year, wala talagang nagawa yung ating iba't ibang mga agency to para talaga mapigilan itong mga unlicensed, Imagine that only 48 licensed and hundreds are unlicensed. So, paano nagkaroon ng ganito karaming unlicensed? Kung ito ay kung ito ay minomonitor ng mga concerned agencies. Kaya nag-aanak ito ng mga iba't ibang mga social problems, menace, iba't ibang kriminalidad, it could be money laundering, kidnapping, torture, and others. Tapos are we getting so much tax? Ito, sabi nila, merong 5 billion na tax. So is this commensurate doon sa nagiging problema natin nationwide about this POGO? So parang tingin natin hindi siya commensurate, And another thing, tungkol doon sa baka maging problema rin natin yung national security. Because in the recent news, there are uniforms of PLA. Well, that has to be investigated also.
Okay, Congresswoman Castro, pasadahan lang natin yung mga numero, I think earlier this year, nagkaroon na nga ng hearing dyan sa Kongreso. Ang panauhin doon ay si Al Tenco, who is the head of PAGCOR. Ang sinabi nga niya, 5.2 billion pesos daw ang narimit na taxes ng mga legit na POGOs last year, no 2023. Right now, they employ around 25,000 Filipinos and they lease around 625,000 square meters of office space. In your opinion po, no, hindi po ba parang weighty din yung mawawala sa atin once we kick out POGOs? Because my understanding is, of course, if you pass a law and if this bill becomes a law, matatanggal po yung POGO. Pero ang problema natin is yung mga illegal na POGO. At this point, is it too late to say na parang may magagawa pa tayo doon sa mga illegal? Na kahit tanggalin natin yung mga legal, baka kumalat pa rin yung mga patagong mga POGO operations.
Well, that's why nga nakalagay dito sa ating bill yung penalty at yung mga iba't ibang mga agencies to monitor, to go after itong mga legal or illegal. Whether it is legal or illegal, nagkakaroon din ito ng nagbe-breed din ito ng iba't ibang mga problema. Well, yung 5 billion na yan na revenues that we got from the POGO, we can get it from other sources, di ba? For example, bawasan lang halimbawa yung corruption, tapos yung pwede rin namang ibang mga sources na pagkukuhanan. Kaya tingin natin, hindi talaga nagko-commensurate itong nakukuha nating taxes and other benefit kung merong employment yan sa ating mga Filipino, hindi naman yan kalidad, hindi naman yan regular na trabaho. So, dapat yung gobyerno natin mag-isip talaga, na mabigyan talaga ng regular na trabaho itong mga Filipino at hindi ito napupunta sa mga illegal na mga gawain. Kasi talagang, I can't imagine, 48 lang yung license, but more than 100 ang mga, ang mga unlicensed and illegal POGO. So, paano nangyayari ito?
Hindi po ba crackdown ng kailangan? Sa ngayon, na hindi pa po napapasa into law, this bill that you filed, aren't we supposed to encourage crackdowns? I mean, for the short and medium term?
Dapat din gawin yan. Pero kasi ayaw natin na mag-encourage na ng offshore gaming kasi pinagbabawal nga yan sa ibang bansa eh. And yet tayo, pinapayagan natin yung mga sugalan. Okay? Kaya talagang na lang tingin sa atin ng ibang mga bansa. So, pinapayagan natin yung bawal sa kanila, di ba? Sa China and other countries in the world, bawal yan. Tapos tayo ang pinupuntahan noong mga nag-ooperate na mga POGO. Dahil sa pinapayagan natin.
Kong Franz, di kaya, kasi in the recent weeks, nakakausap namin ng mga kapulisan, base sa sinasabi nila, ang talagang regulator kasi is PAGCOR. Hindi kaya na dapat i-explore na lang natin na hindi sa PAGCOR bumabagsak ang pag-regulate dahil wala silang law enforcement arm, sila pa yung kailangan tumawag sa police. Di kaya sa basic structure ng pagka-regulate or pagka-setup ng industry with the regulator, doon tayo nagpumapalya.
Yes, pwede rin niya ilagyan, regulator sila pero wala nga silang enforcement. Kaya pwede nating dagdagan yan ng, ng kanila. Hindi lang naman yan sa POGO, iba't ibang mga games din, sa ating bansa na napayagan ng natin dito sa ating bansa. Pero talagang itong POGO ay, talagang ang tingin talaga natin dito ay more bad than good ang ginagawa dito sa ating bansa.
It's not that we're lobbying for POGOs, Congresswoman Castro. I just wanted to make that clear. But we are talking about something that affects the economy. And as we know, the basic premise is everything is connected in the economy, right? So the economists in the lower house, for instance, Congressman Joey Salceda is against the blanket ban because it will affect other sectors. So forget about the 5 billion in revenue, in tax revenue. What about all the empty space that will be created once you clear out the POGOs? What about the potential property collapse, right? So those are the questions that our blanket ban is raising. And so my question is, what kind of measures do we have in place to make sure that it doesn't hit the economy so hard if a blanket ban is instituted? Are we looking that far ahead?
Well, tignan natin yung 5 billion at saka yung kinocontribute niyan sa economy. Kaya nga, we have to hear this bill we have to hear other bills then again para makita natin yung recent development kung paano ba maapektuhan. And we can find solution to fill the gap kung mawawala itong mga pogo na ito. Kasi ang dami kasing kriminalidad na nangyayari. And yet, yung ating enforcement agency ay hindi rin ganun kahusay doon sa pag-monitor. Lalong-lalo na yung mga unlicensed pogos. Kaya baka pwedeng mag-isip ang ating gobyerno ng pampalit. Alam ba, itong mga mababakanting mga lugar na ito, di ba dapat i-convert ito doon sa mga social services na natin, itutulong natin sa ating mga mamamayan. So yung ganun lang naman, tsaka iba na lang yung sources kaysa itong ganitong sugalan, international na offshore gaming na talagang nakakapangit din ang image ng ating bansa.
While I agree with you on some of your points, Congresswoman Castro, let's take a step back into history. Kung tama po yung naaalala ko, ang desisyon po ng dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte ay illegalize nga yung mga pogo at bigyan ng license para makolektahan sila ng buwis. Dahil yung nagyayari before, parang ano na yun they're already there, but no one is benefiting, not the government, not
So they raised
Filipino
the
workers.
taxes of the pogos.
Right,
Yes, correct.
and so they were able to collect. Does that not have any impact on decision-making nowadays? Of course, in recent years, naririnig na lang natin yung mga raid at kung ano yung mga nadidiscover sa mga raid, mga human trafficking, mga scams and frauds. But to begin with, we already had that problem before. So how can we really, look to parang kumbaga close the hole on that problem na dati pa, nung hindi pa legal yung mga pogo at wala silang lisensya, they're already here?
Well, ang sinasabi nga ng dating Pangulong Duterte, so pinayagan allowing the gambling dahil nga wala tayong money. Diba? Kung talagang nandiyan na yung pogo before we legalize it, So dapat nga, anong ginagawa ng gobyerno? Pinayagan kasi ito ng gobyerno nung panahon ni President Duterte. Sana hindi na. So that yung mga nangyayari ngayon na nagiging sobra na yung mga nangyayari ngayon, pati mga local officials, quote unquote mga involved na pinag-aanuhan na iimbestigahan. Kaya para talagang matigil ito ay wag na lang at i-convert na lang ito sa iba pang mga pwedeng pagkitaan ng ating gobyerno. Hindi yung sugal.
What do your colleagues
Ganito
feel?
rin naman natin na monitor, Dahil ito ay international, offshore, hindi natin na monitor kung tama nga ba yung binabayad na buwis or napupunta lang ito doon sa mga ilang corrupt na mga local officials.
How much support do you think, Congresswoman Castro, you have in the lower house for this bill, House Bill 10525?
Well, I heard the Marcos administration hindi naman sila papayag na tanggalin. Well, okay lang naman kami, sige lang naman. Makikita naman yung mga yung mga bills namin, yung mga binubungan ng mga bills namin later. Ito katulad yan, mga sinutulan namin itong pogo na to noong 2021 pa, pero nilegalize din. Tapos nagkaroon maraming problema. Kaya, I think siguro the leaders
Administration is not pogos completely? Yun yung narinig niyo po?
Yes. Oo, parang may gano'n akong may narinig ako na parang hindi or he is silent, He is silent on banning the pogo completely. So wala pa tayong naririnig wala pa tayong naririnig na comment ng presidente about banning the pogo.
Yung House leadership naman, Kong, how do they feel? Ano po yung sentimento dyan sa Kamara? Kasi meron na rin, I think, medyo similar na bill in Senate, courtesy of Senator Win Gatchalian. Sa Congress leadership, how do they feel about POGOs?
Well, itong pagbaba ng pogo, naririnig ko naman sa ibang mga congressman natin, disbanding of Pogo's gaming support. Okay, even Chairman Balbert, no, na dati gusto niya talaga magkaroon ng taxing the Pogo. Pero ngayon parang he's changing minds yata, no, sa huling interview sa kanya on radio.
Okay.